The move that I decided to choose was the one on Mission US, an interactive way to learn history. And the reason I chose this is because through the research, it showed that the most recent National Assessment of Educational Progress showed that only 17% of 8th graders perform at or above the proficient level in American history. So since I teach gifted children and don't necessarily focus on, the academics as much as I do thought processes, I thought during my talent development classes where I'm kind of stretching, what they're learning in their classrooms, focusing on the Revolutionary War might be a good idea since that's what our fourth graders look at. So in this activity, you go to their website and it gives you a PDF. It tells you exactly, what you're going to be learning about, what the new content is, what to focus on, the badge system. It talks about how it has different supports for those who need, assistive type learning and those kinds of things. So you can do a lot of research ahead of time before you even start the game. When you actually start the game, and you could do this in small groups, you could do it with the students independently with, headphones on, or you could even do it as a whole group. It does start with a prologue, so it kind of tells you what, is coming up. But it also starts, once it starts.
I was exhausted from my trip and slept soundly. Maybe a little too soundly. Mrs. Eads had to wake me up.
So you can tell it starts with the life of a young boy, gives you the date of what's happening.
Wake up, Nathaniel! The early bird catches the late worm.
And it's up to the student to decide which, what decision they want to make. So it's helps with ethical decision making as well. So
a healthy spirit. Meet me down in the kitchen.
Okay, so the child says, yes, ma'am. Now he has a choice. He's been sleeping in this bed. You can look at smart words. It will tell you what an apprentice in this case means, because you know that you're now working with an apprentice. It will give you an inventory of the different things that the person in the game has. It also gives you a map. So if the young boy wants to do what he's supposed to do, then he's going to come down from the attic and come down to the kitchen. But let's say he wants to venture into the long room. He's told very quickly that apprentices are not allowed in the long room, so he must make another choice. He could then go into the print shop. Well, if he goes into the print shop, he can click on all of these things that light up. It'll tell you what they are, what they're used for, but he knows he needs to be in the kitchen, so he's not really going to get anything done until he gets to the kitchen, which is why they say you hit the door, you should go to the kitchen before you go anywhere else. So again, you would click on the map, go down to the kitchen.
Time to start your apprenticeship, Nathaniel. Your new life awaits.
So you can ask, where do I go? Or, who is the boy standing next to you?
Roy Stillingham here is also an apprentice. Such a reliable boy. Do heed his advice. Master Eads will call for you shortly.
Now, you can make choices. You can speak to the boy, to the voice, to the boy, and you can ask him, how do you like being an apprentice? Where do you go work? How do you know Master and Mrs. Eads? So let's just...
It is hard work, but I have time enough to play tricks on those foul redcoats.
Okay, so you can ask, what are the redcoats? How do you know Master and Mrs. Eads? Or where do you work? I'd be curious to
You do not know? They are the British soldiers sent to scare us into paying unjust taxes. Where are you from?
Okay, so you can see this game kind of goes into it, and it goes into many, many different levels, takes the student through different problems that may arise, and they have to make choices based upon those problems. So it's great for decision making, it's great for getting in that literature, the vocabulary words, and just really focusing a little bit deeper on what goes on during the Revolutionary War and some of the different things that the people during the war would have had to have dealt with. And that is why I chose this move to look deeper into, and I can't wait to use it with my 4th grade talent development students.